Hello and welcome to HRL Season 8, round number 9. Nope, 10. We already did round number 9. LOL here at Reeseville Raceway. 150 laps. The interval is going to be 40 laps on those bids dobs. Here we got top 5 qualifiers. On the pole is Slaunch. Second, Soul Reaper. Third, Vulcan. Fourth, Elite. And fifth, Sector. So that's your top 5 in Guelevin. And this track probably going to benefit from an onboard view, so let's just pick one here. Let's just go with Elite. And green flag. That was a terrible start, I should say, off of the outside row. The outside row definitely had a very slow start right there. They're gonna fall back very, very rapidly. Let's go on board with Hunter. Oh, shift! Already off of his mongoose. Good plays off the start. A lot of drivers edging out to the cushion immediately. The cushion is definitely the weight. Whoa! Really loose right there for Luke. That was close. The cushion, definitely the way to go on this track. And you'll see a lot of drivers flock to it immediately, trying to get up there as soon as possible to get that speed. It is very, very, very strong here. We got to make those moves. Oh! Luke slides up in front of Hunter. That was close. It could have been way worse than it was, but it wasn't too bad. Jared slides up as well. He doesn't give a fooch. Sherrod. Oh, well, this is a different night, but yeah, Jared is back with a new controller. This controller, though, is, I don't even know what it is, but I don't know. He found a freaking controller for like 30 bucks. I wish I could buy an Xbox controller for 30 bucks. Things breaking me every 2 months! But anyways, Microsoft literally owes me like $80,000 for controllers. It pisses me off. Like, I drop them maybe like once every 5 months, and then they just break. They just break out of nowhere. They just stop working, and it's like, dude, I have went through like 6 or 7 Xbox One controllers at this point. No exaggeration. I think the number is 6. Oh, that might be our first caution. I think I've went through like 6 controllers at this point, and I feel like Microsoft owes me like 200 bucks because 2 of those controllers I'm okay with breaking because I used them a lot. Like, one of them lasted me a while. I was like, okay. But another 2 of the controllers, the white controllers, broke after like 3 months of use or less. Like, that should never happen. Microsoft, Bill Gates, where's my money? Anyways, here's our first caution at the race here in Reeseville. See who, if anybody, goes for a pit stop here. A few drivers getting their laps back. Getting their labs back. Let's see if anybody digs the beads dupe. Oh, Hunter gonna dig an early beads dupe. Yeah, Hunter doing the good strategy there of like, oh, I'm in last, might as well take my pit. That's basically what it comes down to, and it's true. If you're in last, you might as well take your pit. Like, pretty much under any scenario. Yeah, almost under any scenario, if you're in last, you should just take your pit. Not every scenario. Some scenarios, like if you're on a better pit strategy than everybody else and you know everybody else has to pit and you're in last and you don't, then obviously, yeah, stay out. But if you all eventually have to pit and you're in last, then it's like, yeah, why not pit right away? You might as well. So, that is one thing you'll see drivers do. Oh, that was close right there. Luke just barely slips into the top there in front of Vulcan. Let's go to the back here. We got like a nice little 4 wide here. Soul Reaper getting that run to the outside shift. Trying to get up there. Sector trying to not suck complete yalls, but he's going to fall back to last. Hunter, oh, that was close. Hunter and Shift getting pretty close with each other. Sector, I think a little bit too early for that move right there. Tried to make a fat run on Shift, but yeah, just a little too early on that one. Not quite ready to make that move. Oh, here goes Sector. Oh, not able to do it. Let's go up front a little farther. Well, this is where I wanted to be. So we got Soul Reaper here behind Vulcan, and Soul Reaper, remember, qualified second for this race. That's big for Soul Reaper. We haven't, he's been one of those drivers that whenever he shows up, I always kind of look at him and I'm like, yeah, he's definitely got potential, but this is the first time where it's really bursted. It's like, okay, he qualifies second for this track. Like, that's pretty impressive. Now, of course, he needs to put it together for the race, get a good finish, and then everybody will be really impressed. But I think just the fact that he was able to qualify second here on Reeseville shows that, again, he's got speed and he's got potential. And that if he puts the time into it, he could be a pretty solid racer, at least on the ovals. But even when, I don't remember what season it was, but I do know he raced Mirabilis at one point. Even then, I thought that, like, for how little experience... Oh, that was close right there. Luke going for that move on, I can't tell who that... I think that's Shift. I think Shift's being put a lap down. But I was saying that whichever season it was when he raced on Mirabilis, I could tell even then that Soul Reaper's got some potential. He just needs to race more and put the work in. So yeah, Shift getting put a lap down here. Not really sure what's going wrong with him. He did have that early crash, but then there was a caution. I'm guessing that he just crashed again. Let's see if Soul Reaper lost any time. Oh no, Soul Reaper's got a gap right here. Jared's pretty far behind. Sector's pretty far behind. Hunter as well, pretty far behind. So yeah, Soul Reaper's got a bit of work, or a bit of a gap here. Oh, there's Hunter. What the heck? Where'd he come from? I thought he was behind Soul. What? What just happened? Okay, there must be, yeah, I was gonna say there must be a caution. That was weird. So our second caution here at Reeseville, and I'm not even gonna update. Well, okay, fine. All right, so we're at about like lap 28, I think. I think we're at about lap 28 out of 150. So yeah, a lot of people, whenever they hear the lap count for a track like this, they're like, you know, I'll say like, all right, we're doing 150 laps. They'll be like, oh my goodness, 150 laps. It's like, it really doesn't take that long. You know, on a track like this where the lap times are 9 seconds a lap, it's like, yeah, 150 laps, that's not that bad. It's about the same as like a 75 lap race on Brooklands, you know? It might even be shorter than that, depending on the amount of cautions. So, I don't know, a lot of people are always really quick to we had a lot of people pit this lap, by the way. I think we're getting close to that pit window, not quite there yet, but a lot of people still pitting nonetheless. But yeah, so like there's always that reaction from people where they're like, oh my goodness, how could we run this many laps? But in reality, it's like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's really not. Anyways, we're gearing up. Let's stay on board with Soul. Gearing up to go green again here. This will be an interesting green flag run because pits, for people that didn't pit under caution, will be coming up here soon. Very soon. Very soon. Their pit window is going to be open. Alright, here we go. And green flag. Already a lot of... Whoa! Soul Reaper getting up the wall. Hunter, nice avoidance right there. 4 wide up there. Let's get up there. We have a new leader. Luke's taking the lead. And Vulcan, whoa! Vulcan with a very fast move around Saunch right there. That was close. I'm going to take second. That was a... I got to give credit. That was a pretty nice move out of Vulcan. He could have easily... done the conking part 2 right there, but it's actually able to pull that off pretty clean. But as you can see, some drivers going into the pits already. I think that might have been Vulcan actually already going into the pits. So yeah, like I said, the pit interval for people that haven't already pitted is coming up very soon here. We're gonna see some of these front runners that have been staying out of the pits so far start to take their pit stops because we are right in the heart of that interval. Anybody notice the smiley face? Lighting on the wall in turn 1 and 2. I'll point it out again. There's like a little smiley face created by the lighting. Right there, right there. I don't know. You'd probably have to pause it, but I just noticed it once and I can't unnotice it now. Oh, sector. That's unfortunate. Stays clean though. No caution. Let's get a little angle here. See if any other drivers go in the pits. Another driver going into the wall hard. That was Slaunch actually. That's going to slow him up and hurt him quite a bit. He actually just backs it up into the pits. Either way, that probably will hurt him quite a bit, though, because he was already in, like, 3rd or 4th or something like that. But after that incident, that might fall him back. Or, Justin, look at Justin exiting. I don't think Justin understands that you're supposed to go all the way around the pit, but whatever, whatever. Okay, Justin. Nice. Way to go, bro. Way to go. That's definitely the pit exit right there. It's optional. Anyways, this is where it gets confusing, because people are pitting at different intervals. And yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but you know what? We're just going to watch. We're just going to watch. I think as long as Luke hasn't pitted, he's still in the lead for now. But I am not sure if he's pitted yet, so it's hard for me to tell exactly where we're at in this race. So we're just going to kind of watch them go around. Let's see what lap it is. Okay, so he definitely already pitted. So if that's the case, then I think one of these drivers that didn't have to pit is probably in the lead. So it perhaps may... Oh, he just went down. I was going to say, it perhaps... I think it's Hunter was in the lead right there. But he goes down, and think he probably loses it. So does that Vulcan in the lead now? I don't know. Whoa, big move to the inside right there. And another driver goes down off the wall. That's shift yet again. 3 wide. But yeah, I think Hunter hasn't pitted yet because he doesn't have to. So I think Hunter may very well be the leader here. Potentially, I could be wrong. 3 wide here is good battling. Let's get on board with Soul. Again, I feel like he's in a pretty good spot. Oh my god. Potentially missed some of the action. Soul trying to make a move here. Not quite able to get it done. Oh, big dive right there. Oh! Luke and Elite going at it. Oh, into the tires. Oh, and into Soul Reaper. Wow. We got the conkening up here. I'm not really sure what's happening. But anyways, I think we're gonna be hitting lap 50 here. So already, like I said, like it has not been that long. Let me check my timer in the recording. It's only been 11 minutes, and and there's been like 2 or 3 cautions. 11 minutes, and we're already a third of a way through this race. So that's just my point, you know. Oh, that should be a caution. I think I saw 2 people involved. Yeah, that's my point. Like, you always see people complain whenever it's about the long races, but honestly, sometimes the long races with the long lap counts are actually shorter than the big tracks with the less lap counts because of the way it works out. Again, it depends on the number of cautions, and there's other variables, but occasionally, yes, these short tracks will actually be the shorter races. Not always. They're designed to be the same. Like, in theory, all of these races should take roughly the same amount of time to complete, assuming no cautions. That's the way the laps are designed, but again, it doesn't always work out that way. And here, I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit, because I know there's a bit of time where we're trying to figure out the order, and it takes quite a bit. And I think... okay. Okay, so it looks like it's been found out. Hunter going to take his pit. No one else out. So Hunter taking a lot of pits here at Reeseville, trying to work that pit strategy. That seems to be Hunter's game plan here at Reeseville. He's taking pits whenever he can under caution, which isn't a bad play. Isn't a bad play at all. He's probably going to be able to steal quite a few lead laps with his strategy. And plus, with the amount of people we have, your position, losing those positions from pits isn't as bad as it would be at other tracks. Already a pretty close battle for the lead, but Luke's going to get a big run on the cushion. Also, Elite getting big runs on the cushion. Elite may be jumping into second place here. He's in a very good spot at the right time, and he is jumping into second place. Soul Reaper as well, making fat gains. Some of these early cushion adopters. Vulcan's going to go and take a pit. That came out of nowhere. Let's get on board with Hunter here, as we have the biggest potential for a battle in front of us, so that's why I want to be on board with him. I kind of lost it. Never mind. All right, we're going on board with Shift. Going to try to make the move here on Sector, side by side with him. Former teammates here on, what was their team? Oh, last in, last out, right? So they were former teammates. I think he just completely cleared out Sector right there, so rip Sector. And now also trying to make his way by Jared. Jared's like, nah, I'm having none of that, dude. I wonder if there's going to be a caution for that previous crash. I don't think so. It didn't look caution worthy, but it's possible, so we'll see. Okay, alright, we did have a caution. It may not have even been for that crash. It's hard to tell. I think that Sector crashed, and then I think Hunter also got into him, so. What lap are we on? We are on lap 62 here. So, nearing the halfway point. Pretty close. And I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit because, again, it's one of those parts where there's confusion and whatever. Here we go. Let's see who takes their pit. Elite going to take his pit. Anybody else? No, Elite the only one to take his pit. Okay. So Elite going with like a Hunter strategy where he's going to try to get some extra laps in here on this interval, and he's going to try to like potentially steal some lead laps. Seems to be what he's trying to do. And again, like I was trying to talk about earlier, but the actions are so fast-paced on this track, it's not a bad idea on a track like this. Like, if there was 16 people, then yeah, it might be a bad idea. It might be pretty hard to work your way through the pack. But with the 9 that we have, I feel like working your way through the pack is very achievable on this track, very doable. And, you know, taking a pit stop under caution that puts you back to 9th place isn't too bad. It's not as bad as putting you back to 16th place, that's for sure. Outside line having a really bad restart this time around. That's going to allow all of those drivers on the inside to definitely gain some positions. But Soul Reaper's trying not to give it up. He's trying to work that cushion, but he's got a huge amount of drivers, but Soul is doing it. I got to give him some credit there. That was a ballsy move to stick to the outside, but it's going to pay off. He's going to hold on to 2nd place. And this is a very, very close battle here between Vulcan and Shift. Very close. We got Sector there. There's the wall contact. Shift goes down. Jared into a potential caution. We'll see how that's called. Potential caution. I think it may be a caution. We'll see what happens. Let's get on board with Hunter here. Trying to steal some momentum and steal the spot as well. Going to take over 3rd place from Slaunch and try to keep up with 2nd place Soul Reaper here as well. Hunter looking pretty strong on this track so far. This is probably the best I've seen him race since, oh, that was bad. Get Soul Reaper. Okay, that was close, though. Soul Reaper saved it, so not that bad. That could have been way worse. But what I was going to say is this is probably the best that I've seen Hunter run since Capua. And I think Capua, even though he didn't get, what did he get on Capua? Did he get 6th? I don't think he was in the top 5. Yeah, I don't remember his exact finish. I don't think he was in the top 5. That's about all I remember, but despite that, he was in a pretty good position to finish like top 3, potentially 2nd or 1st at one point in Capua. And I think that was his best race all season so far, like clearly. Whereas the rest of the races, even though Hunter's usually pretty decent at ovals, he hasn't been looking too good all of this season. But Capua did pretty decent. I think on this track, that's probably going to be a caution. I think on this track, he's also been looking pretty solid so far. So if Hunter can really string it together and be correct on the pit strategy, could possibly have a chance at a season high finish here. I'd say so far he's looking good. It's one of those things where you gotta put it all together. That is the question. Can he put it all together? What lap are we on? All right, we're on lap. This is perfect. We're on lap 75 right here. Perfect halfway point of the race for this set of for this set of caution pits. And Luke goes in. Sector, Racer, my bad. Soul Reaper, Slaunch, and Elite. Who stays out? Hunter, Vulcan, Jared, and Shift. A lot of those drivers that have been taking constant pit stops. This is the benefit. Luke's the first out the pits. Then Slaunch, then Soul. I think Soul might have lost a couple spots there, potentially, right? I think Elite may have gained a spot. I think Soul definitely lost some spots on that pit entry. Gotta be good at the pits, man. You gotta be solid on your pit stops. So this will switch things up, but I think the biggest benefactor of this obviously is Hunter. Like I said earlier, he took that pit to try to get some laps led, and here he is in a really good spot to lead some laps. Let's go on board with Slaunch here. Led a lot of the early portion of the race. Oh, what is going on already? What the hell? That was just really... What is Shift doing? What? This is just... What? Did he go to the... Dude, I see Shift drag more people into the pits than anybody else. I'm not sure with that. Shift always gets into these situations where he doesn't take a pit, and then the lap after they go green, or like the immediate lap, he'll take his pit. It's like, why not just pit under the caution? Whatever. Anyways, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But Hunter's going to have that early lead, of course. And he's probably going to get a few juicy led laps here. Probably not enough to get the most laps led. I would say Slaunch and Luke are going to be in the battle for that right now. And potentially Battlefield. I think Luke may have just taken the lead off of Hunter, so he did get a few laps led in. Nice three-way battle up there, though. I'm trying to get an angle on that. Oh, Soul way high on the wall. Saves it. He's going to lose some spots from that, but that was close, man. Soul has had some close calls here going up the wall. But yeah, Hunter, I don't think he's going to be able to compete for most laps led, but he's definitely going to be getting some laps in here, which is good. You want to get those... You want to get that bonus point, and you want to lead as many laps as possible in case you have a chance at going for the most laps led, because most laps led is the biggest set of bonus points that we award. All of the other sets of bonus points are 1 point. I suppose technically the team point is 2, but it's split across 2 people, so it's 1 point for each person. So every other set of bonus points, 1 point. Most laps led, 2 points. So that is the one that you really want to get, if possible. So I would say a good strategy call at a Hunter to try to get as many laps led as possible there, because if you can steal it, you might as well go for it. I mean, that two bonus points is a huge boost. A lot of the positions in the Oval Series are separated by 1 or 2 points as well. Once you get into like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th even, those positions are all separated by 1 point. I think 4th, 5th, and 6th, all separated by 2 points. Ooh, that was bad. Vulcan just goes down right there. But yeah, I think those positions all separated by 2 points. So again, yeah, like a most laps led, plus it's technically 3 bonus points because you already have the lead lap bonus point. In a way, if you want to look at it that way. So yeah, getting that set of bonus points could be a big change in your points position. You could finish the race poorly, but technically finish ahead of some people in the points, if that makes sense. Like Armada at Tribus is a very good example, actually. I think Armada finished ahead of 4th place Turkey at Tribus because of his bonus points. Armada got 5 bonus points that race, ended up finishing 6th. But like I said, points-wise, finished ahead of 4th place Turkey. So yeah, those bonus points can make a huge difference. And not only can they salvage a bad night, or at least a bad finish, they can also boost a good night, you know? The rich get richer. That can apply to the bonus points. Sometimes it helps out the people that have the bad finish. If they had like a good early race, got a lot of bonus points early. And other times it can really... Oh, crap. Sector goes down yet again. Oh, that's probably a caution. And other times it can really make the rich get richer. I mean, if you have a driver that's already in the lead in points, and they have a really good race, they win, they dominate, they get like 5 bonus points on top of the win, that's going to be huge for them. They're going to be hard to catch up to if they're getting wins, 2nd places, 3rd places on top of like 3 to 4 bonus points. It's huge. Huge difference. So I was trying to see if I need to go get a drink because I am getting frickin' thirsty. Like, it's getting hard for me to talk. We're at lap 100. Yep, I'm going to take a little break here. I'll try to be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to get a drink so I can keep on going for the rest of this race. I'll be right back. Alright, and I am back. We are now 2/3 of a way through this race. Back with some much needed refreshment to continue this announcing. Alright, so we just had another caution. I'm not going to lie though, the caution count actually hasn't been that bad. I don't know how many there have been exactly, but just from watching this race, I don't think it's been that bad. You know, some races it's like, there's a caution every other lap, you know, it gets annoying. This race, not so bad so far. We have one driver goes into the pits that is elite, so I'm just going to skip ahead. We know what's going to happen here. We know he's going to drop back to the... I guess Jared pit as well. I don't know why I was so late. But here we go. Let's go on board with, let's just go on board with shift with about roughly like 48, 47 laps to go. Nice run right there off the cushion. We have a close battle for the lead. Oh my god. There we go. Now we get a clean view. 3 wide right here. Ooh, that was close. A lot of good two-way battles on this track. Three-way battles. Oh my god. Three-way battles are a little harder to work, but we have a lot of good two-way battles on this track. There it is, Vulcan going for the inside on Hunter, not quite able to get it. Side by side here between the two. It's a battle for third right here. Battle for third. Soul Reaper as well there in the top 5. Gonna try to make his move. Not quite able to. A lot of British drivers here in this row. Actually, I'm not really sure where Soul Reaper's from. I was assuming he's British as well, but I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Or Sealandian. Lol. Still a close battle at the front as well, but I do think we have pits coming up here soon, so that will play a role in this. I believe we do have pits here. Coming up very soon. Hunter. Oh, that's rough. Nice dodge, though, out of Soul Reaper and Elite, so Hunter's just going to lose those positions. I love how Sector exits the pits, man. He still hasn't figured it out. Oh, my God. It's all good. It's all good. It's just funny. It's just funny. Yeah, we're getting to the last interval here. For a lot of drivers, this should be, in theory, that there's no green-white checkers. This should be the last time that a lot of these drivers pit. Let's get to an angle where we can see it. We may have already missed a pit or two, but others may be coming up here soon. So I'm going to get at this little bowl angle so you can kind of see all the action on the track, and if anybody takes the pits, we'll be able to see who takes it. There we go, Soul Reaper going in. And Solange as well, taking his pit. Ooh, that's going to be Elite or Hunter? It is Elite, okay. Elite also taking his pit. That tire just get conked? Let me check the lap count. Oh, okay. At this point, I think all these drivers pretty much have taken their pit. So I may have missed a few of the early pits, but at this point, I think all the drivers have taken their pit. We have Vulcan here trying to work his way by Hunter. So we can overtake that spot. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, trying to steal the momentum. Not quite able to do it. That was close. He's got the momentum. I think Vulcan's definitely faster than Hunter at this moment. Needs these set of laps. He just needs to be able to make the move. He's going to stick with the middle. That's not going to work. You need to use that momentum off the cushion. Use it to slingshot you by the driver. And, you know, you may have to make a risky move. You may have to risk taking them out, but that's what you got to do. That wasn't a very good move. Or that wasn't a very good run, I should say. So not a good time to make a move. Oh, Hunter. Oh, Hunter. He's down again. Vulcan makes contact. Potentially a caution on that. We'll see how it's called. I think it might be. I think there might be a caution off that. We'll see how it goes. Probably should be, to be honest. Yeah, shift goes down now as well. Yep, Okay, caution. That's fine. I think that definitely should have been a caution. So if anybody pits under this caution, it's probably because they're going to be in the back. But if you pit under this caution, the one benefit of it is that you should 100% be good on fuel no matter what. Let's see if any of them do. Hunter does. Hunter's the only one that does. And you know, I don't think that's that bad of a move. Or I guess Jared does too. Genter, what? Jared keeps I combine their names, Genter. Anyways, Jared keeps entering the pits. It could have been like Jared Enter as well. Yeah, whatever. It was like a combination, whatever. Jared keeps entering the pits the wrong way, and Justin keeps exiting the pits the wrong way, and it's kind of amusing. So at that caution, we have like roughly 23, 24 laps to go. Depending on whose lap count is correct, which I'm not sure, so I'm going to stay on board with Soul Reaper here. But yeah, we have like 23, 24 laps to go here. Should be a good finale to the race. Bunch of racing, hopefully no more pit stops. Green flag. Oh, it's already getting intense. And you know it's going to be, a lot of these drivers know that this may be, it might not be, but it might be the last caution restart. So you're going to have a lot of drivers making some crazy moves, trying to take advantage. Soul Reaper working his way into the podium spot yet again. Very consistent. Always getting up towards the top. It's all about, is he going to be there when they cross the line at the end of the race? That's the big question. Hunter in a lead. Close battle. Whoa! And Vulcan must have cheesed himself at some point. Big contact. That's probably another caution very early. So I'm gonna fast forward here because I'm assuming that's probably like a, yeah, that is a caution. Okay. And I'm pretty sure nobody will, maybe, but I'm pretty sure nobody will take a pit here. Oh, whoops, did I already? Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, I'm just fast forwarding because I'm pretty sure nobody took a pit that time. If they did, they're good on fuel. That's all you need to know. Staying on board with Soul Reaper again for this restart. What is the lap? Okay, shift is, I think shift's one ahead, so we're gonna be, so I think we're gonna be at 17 laps to go when we hit the line here. Green flag. Pretty even restart. The inside, whoa, Hunter, oh my god, that could have been bad. Saves it. Oh, Soul, no! Rip. Soul has gone up the wall so many times, I honestly feel bad at this point. That might not even be a caution. That sucks. I go on board with the culprit here, Elite, in third place. Working his way up to the podium position. We have Jared in fourth. What? Jared? How have you worked your way up here, bro? Alright. You know, I'm not gonna question it, not gonna complain, just gonna let you raise your raise. But yeah, there's not that much time left. There's not that much time left. We're getting there close to the end of the race, so if anybody's got any moves left up their sleeve, they're probably gonna make them now, which may end up causing another caution. That's probably what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, okay, you know, the race is close to ending. I need this 10th place spot right here. Not even 10 drivers here. And they're just going to make like a bonsai move and just completely cheese the other driver and cause a late race caution for a green white checkered. That's probably what's going to happen. But we'll see. That's usually what happens at the short tracks. Jared fell off. Yeah, that's usually what happens at the short tracks. You get towards the end of the race and it's like, okay, the race is about to end. I need caution, I need spot. And then they just make a dumb move. There's caution. Then we go into the green white jagged. It goes so fast on this track too. Like, we're getting close to the end of this race very, very rapidly. A Sector making a move on shift. Oh! Shift with a block. Here comes Soul Reaper trying to make up some of that ground. I'm just waiting for the caution to happen. I have a feeling it'll happen on this side of the field. I bet it's going to be Vulcan and Jared. That's why I'm watching. I bet it's going to be Vulcan and Jared. They're going at it. They're going at it side by side. There goes Shift. Oh, it may even be Shift. Oh, yep, there it is, the conkening. And that's, I'm pretty sure that was probably called a caution. Oh, and Luke trying to get in the inside right there. Look at this lapped pack. It actually would have been pretty interesting if it went green for another lap or two. With that lapped pack, That actually would have been interesting. I'm kind of pissed that there is a caution. That would have been a really interesting way for the lead battle to end up. Elite may have even caught up. Like, that could have been dope. Anyways, this is big here. So we're right on the cusp of a green-white checkered. There is going to be at least one green-white checkered. That means that some of these drivers may not be able to make it on fuel. But the question is, do they even realize that? Will they go into the pits, you know? Do they even know that they can't make it on fuel? Let's see. So first place driver Luke is going to take the pit. Knows he can't make it on fuel. Is going to take that pit. But nobody else does. And is it the case that everybody else can make it on fuel? I don't know yet. But maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But we'll see. I think most of them are good. But if there's a second green-white checker, that's where the issue comes. I think. Okay. We're going to spectate Sector Bedector here. And a green flag. That was a terrible restart for the outside line. Going into turns 3 and 4. Big dive move. Oh, shifty difty. And that's going to be a caution there for a second green-white checkered. Which may put some of these drivers in jeopardy, may not. I don't know. Let's see how it ends up. Let's see if anybody even takes a pit. So I'm guessing that at least one driver probably has to run out of fuel because of that, but nobody's taking the pit. Nobody's taking the pit. So even if they did, not going to help them. All right. Let's watch Jared. And here we go. 2 laps to go here at Reeseville. Green flag. That was better. Oh, Hunter opting not to go for the cushion right away. An interesting call. Big dive moves on the inside. Very close to the top spot. White flag. Green flag too. No caution. And to the line. Unofficial results. It's going to be Slaunch, Hunter. Oh, big crash across the line for Vulcan. I got to look at a replay of that. I can't even call what happened, really. Let's look at that again. There's the first lap. And here they're coming around again. The last lap. And just gets Vulcan high into the wall. He goes down. A spectacular crash. Potentially, there goes this goose across the finish line in front of Sector. So he actually crashes across the finish line. So, who ran out of fuel? Let's see. Official race results is going to be Slaunch first, Hunter second, Shift third, Jared fourth, Elite fifth, Luke sixth, Soul Reaper seventh, Sector eighth, Vulcan ninth, Luke with the aggressive driving penalty, and a few drivers with fuel issues. Soul Reaper, Sector, and Vulcan all with fuel issues. So that is why they fell down in the pack. Well, I guess Sector and Vulcan were in the back anyways, but Soul Reaper I think would have had a better finish without his pit issues. I think Soul Reaper ran out of fuel literally by 1 lap. I think he was 1 lap short. So that was a gamble. He either didn't realize it or just did the math wrong. I don't know. But either way, point is he ran out of fuel. Not as many people ran out of fuel as I thought, but it was getting close. If there was one more green-white checkered, I think that we very realistically could have seen Hunter as the victor because he was good to go on fuel. So if there was one more green-white checkered, that could have been interesting. But there's Reeseville Raceway. And now we're moving on again to next race is Hollywood, a classic. An HRL classic, Hollywood Speedway. Or at least a Halo 5 HRL classic. Oh, rip Eddie Yerp.